Welcome everybody to a new Planet Zoo update video. In today's video we are doing something, barely I don't want to do this because it has been analyzed already in various other videos, but today I thought, okay, this new screenshot which was just released after yesterday's Planet Zoo video, as always, that story of my life, I'm doing some stuff, analyzing shit out of it, and then 5 minutes later they put down another image, and maybe it's the same time again today, I don't know, I'm hoping for it, at least that would mean we get new infos, but I especially wanted to talk about this image in particular because of yesterday's video. So if you remember in yesterday's video, if you haven't watched this video, please do so because that's very relevant for today's quick analysis. I promise this video won't take long. So there are a few bits and pieces we can see in this image, and I think this is again one of the images out of this one park that has been built for especially the promotion of Planet Zoo, I guess. But the thing is, there is some specific stuff in here regarding our friend the staff, and the staff management is something, as we have talked about quite a bit, that is pretty relevant to the game. And in today's video you can see something, and there's one thing, at least I haven't seen that someone pointed that out. I mean, basically there has someone anyways pointed that out because, all people are going crazy about this stuff. But before we move in the pre-obvious stuff, let's have a look to the left hand side down here. Look at this. Like, if we zoom in a bit here, you can see that this is the area we are looking at, right? And I have put another image on in this list here, and this is this one. And this one is very interesting for one simple reason. So this is actually the same area, right? So that's the same area where this photo has been taken. The only difference is that the water is different colored, obviously, but I'm talking about something else first of all. And this is this guy. We talked about this guy yesterday as well, but just look at the trousers and the shoe color of this guy. Just look at them. They're brownish, right? They're brownish, and he manages to move here, and we can also kind of see a little bit of the red path over here. So imagining that this photo has been taken a few minutes after or before this image, let me show you something else now, and this is this here. There you can see something what looks like to be, again, the trousers and the shoes in brown of a zookeeper. And now that's the first time we can ever say there is someone of the staff on the staff path and no one else. I mean, potentially it's not taken directly afterwards because there's basically no one moving around, but maybe they took the image exactly this way so that we can't guess it. But again, the only person we can spot in here seems to be this guy on here. And the next interesting bit is if you follow this line down here, you can see this path is going downwards in something that looks like a tunnel or an underground stuff. I don't know, but it could be something that is related to staff management, because we know from all the other images that there has to be another enclosure around here. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but if this is the enclosure we know from the pictures and we know from various other pictures, we can tell that there needs to be something else, and it seems that he can go, I don't know if it's inside or underneath or whatnot, but this is another major hint at us getting really nice staff management elements such as staff pathing and maybe even facilities. I don't know, but that would be awesome. Okay, but now since we shouldn't just talk about the staff management, let's talk about all the other stuff. And I think the only two interesting bits in this one is this one over here, which seems to be like a heating system of some kind. I don't know. I have tried to look into the other two images that somewhat featured this area, but I couldn't really find anything. As you can see, there is, maybe it's this one on the left hand side, and I guess that this could be very well something to heat up the area, but I'm not quite sure if this is needed or this is only a Arabian slash African styled lamppost, which could also be pretty sure. The next thing is these little drainages over here. I guess these are drainages, like this one, and this one, and this one. So people have been speculating these are kind of heating systems or whatnot. I'm not too much of a fan of this speculation for one simple reason. I don't really see that kind of logic behind that, because wouldn't it take too much energy to kind of heat up the whole enclosure the whole time? I mean, yes, you have to make sure that that these animals kind of live in the way that they're used to live, but I don't know, do need bears that kind of hot environment? Maybe they need some humid environments, which could at least be done with a fog machine of some kind. I am pretty confident that these are drainages, and here's me getting in with a little argument for it, which is pretty much easy to spot in this image and in this image. So I'm not quite sure, I couldn't tell this from the image, but I think potentially this is somewhat after the rain, and then they are still going to kind of have a little bit of fog going on. I don't know if you know that, guys, but in summer when it's hot and there's like a summer rain, a nice summer rain, you can even see that the street is having a slight fog. But especially if there's like a heavy summer rain, which is a warm rain obviously, then all the drainages on the street, they are going to have some fog coming out of them, which is obviously only because the temperature of the water beneath is hotter than what's outside, and this is why it creates the fog. And I'm pretty sure that is what's happening over here. So you can already tell this from the rain, because obviously when it's raining, you wouldn't need humidity machines at all or whatnot. That wouldn't make too much sense. Again, also for grizzly bears, I don't see the reason. But if this is kind of a summer rain, right, then it would also make sense that this is going to heat up. And I'm pretty sure that this might be a summer rain, because you can see in terms of grass, I think it's again growable grass, because this is way more grass over here than you can spot in these images and as you can spot in this image. So it's definitely not the same level of grass than it is in this image, but so it might be a summer rain, and a summer rain creates heat, and then this is the reason why it's fogging. So in the end of the day, this might be the reason why these are simply drainages over here, what we can see there and there. And one other thing which everybody talked about obviously is that the water is brown in this image, while it is obviously not brown in this image. And there's one bit I've seen here which I haven't seen before, and this is, if we move in, you can see that there's slightly little bit of bubbling going on. I don't know if it's bubbling or whatever you want to call it, but there are slightly bubbles going on, like a VFX effect for water sprinkles. Could potentially this be like a water clearing system working at the moment? So that could be also pretty cool. I don't know if this would be the thing, because we can't definitely see anything in here. There is nothing sprinkling, but there's also nothing in the water. But if it's dirty, you potentially are not able to spot it. However, the last little bit we are going to talk about is this bit over here. I don't know, people have been guessing a lot about a fountain or whatnot. I'm bringing in something else. This could be like an open air show stage, whatever. I don't know if that makes sense, that these are all benches, but it could be anything, so I don't want to take too much of it. But yeah, that's it. Just as a little summary at the end of this video, a few more things about staff management are definitely revealed with this image, and I think we can be pretty confident to get really staff pathing and also some special facilities maybe. These are drainages, I guess, or humidity systems, whatever, but I'm in for drainages for sure, and we have some kind of mechanism to clean up water. So these are the three things that you can really take out of this video. They are pretty much confirmed, and yeah, it's a very interesting screenshot, and I can't wait for the next one. Hopefully I'll be home when the next one drops, so I can be a little bit earlier in the raffle than it was this time. Hope you enjoyed this short update video, and hope to see you in the next one. Until then, and have a great time. Bye bye.
Push that daydream up the mountain slow.